Right, it's been a week. Time to get rid of these little chicks. They've outgrown the box they're in and they're stinking the house out, as you can see. They're climbing all over their electric brooder and the heat on that, it's not very pleasant. So we'll take them down the bottom of the garden and stick them in the shed. You're going to miss them, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, that's...
Not going to miss the smell.
Definitely not. That's my favourite one. Oh. It's spot on its head. Lovely, beautiful.
Yeah, hoping it's a hen so we can keep it.
This one's got massive.
It's a big boy.
Shall we take them?
No, we need to take the box. Put them in the box and we'll take the whole box. Me and Mum will carry it down, and then when we get down there you can throw them in the shed.
Yeah. Look in the box.
Gotta get your wellies on, Bobby, so you can help put these in.
Your babies. Are you going right in?
Yeah, please.
And that's why we're keeping them. I'll put you.
Yeah, put them back to the flappy. We'll get the brooder in. Flip them off.
Daddy, you put that thing in there.
Yeah, we'll put this thing in, that'll keep them warm.
Then you'll put them in.
Right, I came back.
Perfect.
So we'll get this in.
Oh, that's a little bit less than 27, isn't it?
We'll count them in.
There we go.
So we'll put the brooder in so they've got heat.
Give Dad the wire now.
Has a cable chop.
Plug it in. Can't wait. Look at them. Oh, big wings. Look at them. Look at the size of their wings. What green.
I know, the wings are lovely.
Tiny. It's mighty.
Oh, Mum, look, Mummy's really interested.
You're a baby, Mummy. Yeah.
We'll start putting them in.
So two.
Ew.
Ew. On two.
Yeah, chicken poo.
Disgusting.
Go and rub it on the grass quick. On the long
Two.
bit.
That's two.
Careful.
That's four.
That's 6.
This is 8.
Oh no.
That's 10.
I've got 11 and I've got 12.
See me.
14.
Oh,
Double.
you're so adorable.
13.
No, 14. I put
I love you, little guys.
14. is it?
15.
That's
Lovely.
a little
Little ginger one.
17.
16,
That'll be
17.
18.
No.
Yeah, yeah, let's count them up.
So then,
Oh, you're so cute.
1, 2, 3,
It's
4,
so
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138, 139, 140, 141, 142, 143, 144, 145, 146, 147, 148, 149, 150, 151, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
27. Yeah, that's what I said.
And then we've got 22 here.
Still want it back in there. It'll wash out.
24, 25, 26. No, I should take the 25. Yeah!
Oh, well done, Bob.
Picture up.
That's it.
Ready to guys. Yes, we did it.
So we've got
Well,
27 birds in.
No,
It's a bit of a better space for them. It's a lot bigger. I'll spend 2 weeks in here.
then off to the land.
1 week with the door shut,
And he's not trying to
and then
fly
we'll let them out into this outdoor space after a week,
Hold on, let me just hold
so
down.
they can stretch their legs and do a bit of flapping. So we've just counted them. There's still 27. So we hatched 27 in a week old. We've not lost one, even though I did help 2 out the shell. So just goes to show that if you do help them, it's not too bad. The way I see it is, if you put them in the incubator, it's unnatural anyway. So to give them a helping hand out at the end, it's only right if you can do it. We've got the water up on a brick, as well as the food, to try and stop them from filling it with sawdust. I'll just talk about the brooding hut that I made for them. I made this a few years ago for some pheasant that I reared.
They're not.
So yeah, the brooding hut, I made this 3 years ago. First of all, it was to bring some pheasant on.
Tiny!
It's had partridge, it's had chickens. Obviously we're in chickens now. So I'll just talk you through what we've got and why it is. So we've got a pop hole down there. We'll open that in a week's time, and that'll let them out into this outdoor area. You've got the main door for getting big stuff in and out, like myself. We've got a window on the side, which will keep open during the day, but I'll lock it at the night because it is still cold. There's a chance of frost. But this is perfect to bring the small birds on. Now there's one thing I will check for later on, because they've got into a new home, new environment. There's a tendency that they'll just huddle up in the corner, away from the brooder. The electric brooder's there. Even though they've sat under it for a week, for some reason, when they come into this shed, most birds decide that they don't want to sit under it anymore and they'd rather freeze to death in the corner. So before I go to bed, I'll pop back, make sure they've all found it and got under it. I think it's going to be a bit cool tonight, so if they don't get under, there's a good chance they'll freeze. But they're coming on well. The wing feathers are coming, some have got the tail feathers on, or starting. All looks good. Right, I've just popped back to check on the chicks, and my predictions are right. As you can see, they're all huddled in the corner, chirping loudly, so they're not happy. But by rights, they need to be under the heat. So we'll send Charlie in, show him where it is. Push it. That's it. Push them towards the.
Still not under.
Yeah, we'll get behind them. That's it.
Fine. Can't go.
That's it. Keep walking them up. You make a good chicken herder.
Can't go on top of it.
Well, they can go on top. It's still warm on top. So they'll be alright now. Now they've found it. For some reason, they can't see it from the other side of the shed. But again, we'll come back in about another half hour. Make sure they're using it properly, because we don't want to lose any to the cold. We're just watching these daft chicks sit on top of the brooder, crying out for heat. But one by one they're getting down and figuring it out. There was about 15 on a minute ago. They'll get the hang of it. Right, we're back at the chickens that we bred from. I just want to give you a little more insight to what we've got and what I'm hoping to get out of the chicks. So what we've got, these big yellow golden looking things at the front, they're Buff Orpingtons. We hatched them from eggs in 2016, so they're 5 years old this year, but they're still doing well. The white birds we hatched last year, they're mostly light Sussex, but I believe they're crossed with Rhode Island Red and something else. One of them looks like it's crossed with a Polish. The one over there, it's got a bit of a do on its head. The cockerel is a pure breed blue black Moran. There's also a hen at the back, the grey one. That's a blue black Moran. The black bird, I bought some eggs that were supposed to be black rock, but as you can see, it's not much like a black rock, so I couldn't tell you what kind of bird that's crossed with. And we've also got one other, this little golden girl. That's one that, no it's not, I'm getting confused, it's one of these two. Oh no, it is that one. That's one that we hatched last year, and it's off our Buff Orpington hens and the cockerel. Obviously it's got a lot more Buff Orpington in it than anything else. But most of these birds are dual purpose birds, which means they're good for laying eggs and equally good for the table. So the plan is that the chicks that we've got should lay a good egg and eat well, but I think the majority of them will go for the table. So the next time I'll be showing these birds is once I've built the chicken tractor, moved them up onto the farm and started them off grazing on the pasture, and that's where they'll stay until they're around 56 days old hopefully, and then it'll be time to harvest.